Welcome to the dark moon in Sagittarius 2025 for our powerful, powerful alignment. We've all been here for a minute or two. We've done a couple of these. So it's our special, special time, knowing that during these alignments, there'll be periods of silence while I receive guidance. And all that you need to do is sit quietly, closing your eyes and allowing the energy to surround us with beautiful love. We only work with the highest energies of love, and your higher self will be present. And let's send our beautiful cognitive minds, that little thinker that wants to, I want to know all about it, just sending it out to play. Mm. And although you will be sitting quietly during this time, know that you are a vital part of the process of clearing the energy for each of us and clearing the energy for the entire world. We're doing big work here. So let's begin by creating our sacred space again, bringing hands into prayer pose, allowing them to fall forward and spreading apart, time, space, reality, moving the past out past your left hand, from the future out past your right, releasing those timelines to be tended to perfectly by all that is. Having this beautiful bubble of present moment energy surrounding you, bringing hands back into prayer pose for another breath. And expanding that bubble of energy out, allowing it to become bigger and bigger and bigger until it completely fills the room you're in, giving you more room to play. And grounding our physical bodies to the earth, feeling your feet firmly on the ground. Imagining that they're going down into Mama Earth, going deeper and deeper until your hips are actually covered with earth, feeling strongly held by the energies of the earth. And imagine that there's a great tree, the tree of life, and its roots are deep in the center of the earth, winding around massive boulders and gemstones, very solidly held. And imagine the trunk of this tree is coming up to your body, creating a thick, firm ground cord that's holding you very solidly. This ground cord itself is hooked into the center of the earth, and you can feel grounded, secured, safe, and cared for. The roots that are going down into the earth secure you. And then in return, they drink in and bring up from Mother Earth into your physical body abundance, stability, and balance for all areas of your life. Get a deep breath in and out. Now that we're all nice and grounded, let's raise the energy here. We like to do that with noise. Whether we call it music or joyful noise. So using whatever you might have, whether it's your rattles and even your voice. I'm going to use the flute and the singing bowl myself. Feel free to join in. Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mm. And one of the most enjoyable parts of our alignment is filling our energy tanks with sacred power, knowing that our human body functions best on a mixture of earth and divine energy as its power source. So we're going to give our bodies the power it needs, that it thrives on. So keeping your eyes closed, invite you to call in your higher self to the seat of your soul, the chakra right above your crown chakra. Your highest self is the part of you that has the biggest picture of your life, has the big understanding, eternal and wise, and always here for you. And I'm going to take a moment and greet your higher self. Thank this part of you for bringing you to this point in your life and to ask permission for us to work together. Beautiful. Bringing your focus to your first chakra. I'm going to set the intention to open this first chakra. Chakra is open like the lens of a camera, and it'll open simply because you're asking it to. So open your first chakra. Beautiful. Bringing your attention to the bottoms of your feet, asking your feet chakras to open. Bring your attention to the palms of your hands. Ask your hand chakras to open. Bringing your attention to just above the top of your head, and ask your crown chakra to open. Lovely. Now invite earth energy to come up the side channels of your legs, all the way up, up, up to your first chakra. And let the energy of the earth circulate in your first chakra and then flow down your ground cord, taking whatever you're ready to release with it. And now call down from the center of the universe beautiful golden cosmic light, calling it down, down, down through your crown chakra, passing down through all of your main chakras, filling your body with golden cosmic light, coming down until it meets with the earth energy in your first chakra. The energies of heaven and earth now mix, and your sacred power energy is circulating throughout your first chakra. This new energy begins to pump all the way up, up, up through your spine, showering up and out of your crown chakra, showering down through your aura. Some of the sacred power moving up your body circulates into your shoulders, down your arms, and showering out through your hand chakras. Some of this powerful new energy mix flows down through the center channels of your legs, out through your feet chakras. And more of this beautiful new energy flows down through your ground cord, cleansing and clearing and healing your ground cord. Beautiful. Your energy system is now filling with sacred power. And ask your highest self to keep this energy moving for you, so you don't have to pay any attention to it at all. This will allow you to focus on being present, being open for the change and transformation that you came here to receive. Beautiful. Inviting in a message from the Ascended Master Yogananda and the Crystal Angel of Rhodonite. We bring you the blessing of empowered service. It is your time to assume your place in the world at the table of the masters who serve the loving hand of the divine. You have been asking for your purpose to be more clearly unveiled and manifested in the world. You have endured lessons of patience. You have learned that spiritual progress can be made even without results being immediately obvious. You have learned trust and a willingness to surrender your personal desires into a larger plan. We know that of which you are capable, and we now invite you to step into the next level of empowered service that is available to your soul in service to the greater plan of divine love unfolding. Beautiful. Now, there are moments on the spiritual path that are something like a divine graduation. You may not realize that you've been making much progress in the lead up to these moments. In fact, it is often the times when your mind tells you that nothing much is happening that at another level you are making the greatest strides. Some of the most difficult and most spiritually empowering lessons that you will master on the earth plane are those of endurance and continued effort in the absence of immediately perceived results. It may not seem very glamorous or radiant, but being able to labor for the light when you are in darkness is one of the most advanced lessons your soul can master. It defines you as a light that can be relied upon to shine where it is most needed, which is, of course, in darkness, with total faith and unconditional trust. This is the hallmark of a truly powerful soul with great compassion. You are willing to feel the light and yet not leave the darkness behind, but rather to stay and shine your light for as long as those you are meant to serve are in need. In the same way that once you have mastered your lessons in one class at school, your progress on to the next level of classes in this earth school for the soul, once you've mastered a certain level of ability, you're given more spiritual opportunity and responsibility. This, as well as a new level of mastery to obtain if you wish to continue to progress with your spiritual journey. As this happens, you are also gifted with the experience of being empowered to serve in new ways or at a new level of potency, wisdom, and effectiveness. What this looks like for each individual will vary. However, you can expect that your work will increase in quality and quantity, that your method of reaching people will either become very clear to you or evolve into a new expression which will better match your increased power. Otherwise, it may be like trying to shine the light of an entire electricity substation through a single bulb, a waste of divine electricity and a possible recipe for destructive disaster. Your dreams and opportunities shall grow to match the growth of your spirit. When the oracle of empowered service comes to you, there are particular messages to hear from higher guidance at this time. Trust in your abilities. You do not have to compare or compete with any other. The people, places, and situations you are here to help this lifetime have been selected at a higher level long before you incarnated. By following your heart, taking soul-satisfying steps on your journey, and believing in yourself enough to take risks to allow for your growth to happen, you will fulfill your destiny. This oracle asks you to be open to the changes you feel are happening now or soon will be, including the opening up of new opportunities, changes that need to happen within your work or your life to better honor who you are and what you are attempting to do through your life purpose. You are stepping up to a new level. Although you may experience that as an internal stepping up where you feel you're still doing your same work, but simply on a more potent and far-reaching way. It could also indicate external world changes that you will need to make. It may be that you need to speak up, take charge, let go, move on, or all of these things and more to allow the full power you have obtained through your spiritual work up to this point to be expected and expressed lovingly in the world. It is in alignment with the divine plan that you do this. It will come together easily once you do what you need to do and trust. Finally, if you have been dreaming of something, wondering if a vocation or life path you fantasize about could translate into a real vocation, this oracle brings you confirmation that you will be given the opportunities to do so, empowered to manifest your passionate purpose according to the loving plan of divine will unfolding. If you have been wondering if a situation at hand which is challenging you is something you really can handle, then this oracle comes as a confirmation. You will be empowered to obtain what you seek. To integrate this guidance, we'll move into this beautiful healing process. So continuing to breathe deeply. Look around yourself at this moment. Make sure that you're in a place where you can comfortably move around and take several steps in a spiral motion. If you need to change locations, do that now. And when you're ready, you can sit at this point and placing your hands in prayer at your heart, receiving the invocation. We call upon the true ascended master Yogananda, who loves us unconditionally. We call upon his spiritual lineage of teachers. We call upon the angel of rhodonite and the loving support of Mother Earth. We ask for healing, grace, awakening, and courage, opportunity, and strength. We ask for the empowerment to serve according to divine mercy and grace for the highest good of all. So be it. Becoming aware of a warmth at your heart, and then slowly also at your feet. Perceive that a dark pink light with a glowing golden center is opening up at your heart and at each sole of your feet. Gently breathe in and out as the light grows. And now, opening your eyes, it's time to stand up. Sense the presence of the deep pink light with a golden core beneath your feet and the earth, like a magnetic, loving layer of bouncing energy. Slowly begin to move in whichever direction feels good for you, right or left. Move in a small circular motion around the center of the space. Move one foot after the other in a gentle meditative walk, creating a small spiral. And imagine with each step, the light under your foot grows as you lift your foot and gently spread upon the earth with each downward step. It can be challenging to move so slowly. Breathe in and step. Breathe out and place your foot down. Keep your visualization or intention if you find it hard to visualize. The foot lifts, the light grows, and flows into the earth as the foot is lowered. Again and again. Slowly allow your circle to spiral outward, circling a little further away from the center with each step. Stay aware of the light at your heart and your feet. If you struggle to do this practice, which is more advanced than it may sound, Just take your time. Simply stand in one place, focusing on the light in your heart and your feet, growing as you breathe. And stop moving at this point, placing your hands at your heart in prayer position. Repeat this declaration. I now choose of my own free will to walk the loving steps of empowered service. I am willing to be guided through unconditional love and divine mercy and grace. Help me live into all that I am, to fulfill my divine potential. That I may dedicate this gift of life to the great universal source. That I may remember myself to be divine. That I may serve others in that quest also. May I be a vessel for divine love upon this earth. I now accept the preparation and the learning that I require, that I may access my talents more fully in this lifetime and apply them successfully at the highest level of consciousness possible. Through my own free will, so be it. And releasing your hands, begin to move back toward the center. If you have stepped in a spiral outward, simply and slowly retrace your steps back. And as you stand before the center of the space, let your arms move into prayer or express yourself through your arms with soft, flowing movements that allow the graceful energy of your heart to speak through your body. And if you like dance or Tai Chi, you may like to use those movements now. And as you gently move your physical body, the deep pink light with the golden core fills you and overflows through all parts of your body. And if you like to sing, whether you think you have a good enough voice or not, you may like to sing as you move, letting music or sound just come out of you without having to be perfect or thought out first. You may like to speak or simply be still and quiet, receptive. You may wish to sit again and sit quietly and trust what feels good for you. And when you're ready, place your hands in prayer pose again and say thank you. Relaxing in this posture. If you haven't seated again, go ahead and do that. We bring in the healing guides to do their work. It's continuing to breathe and allowing this beautiful pink light to just flow in and around you. Beautiful. Mm. Clearing our DNA, unwinding, unwinding all of the traumas and their ensuing free floating thoughts that are in any way hindering your ability to trust in your abilities. Unwinding, unwinding, unwinding all the imprints from parents and lineage that are in any way hindering your ability to truly love and honor yourself. Unwinding all of those imprints. Unwinding all conditioning from the trance of the masses that in any way limit you from having a deep, true understanding of your divinity and of your place here in this world. Unwinding all of that conditioning. Unwinding all of the karma as appropriate that limits your ability to allow the full power of your wisdom to be expressed lovingly in the world. Unwinding all of that karma as appropriate. Unwinding all of the contracts, oaths, and vows and swearings that you have ever taken or made across all lifetimes, lifelines, and dimensions that are in any way limiting you from manifesting your passionate purpose. Unwinding all of the oaths and vows and swearings. Unwinding all of the storylines, entrenched or habitual thought patterns, definitions and conclusions, any hidden or secret agendas, all assessments, beliefs, evaluations, expectations, or projections. Unwinding releasing everything, whether named or unnamed, that in any way limit your ability from having a massive restoration of the gift of being empowered to serve in new ways or at a new level of potency, wisdom, and effectiveness. Unwinding, unwinding, unwinding. Beautiful. Rewinding our DNA. Rewinding a major vibrational shift that benefits you in your life. Rewinding any and all latent codes and keys within you. Rewinding inherent talents, ancient wisdom within you. Rewinding any and all blessings and support possible to bring this all into alignment for your highest potential and your highest possibilities to become physically realized. Rewinding, rewinding, rewinding. Activating the upgrade now. Mashalalali nerialalalo koshonadara. Polyalalini ananado kukolalini shirara. Manyalalalo kolyalalali meet yololupu. Chananalialalivotaya. Kennedy ganadara. Manala yalalali. Kanyalalili sharari. Beautiful. Closing out our filling with sacred power. Stop pulling energy up from Mother Earth. And stop pulling the cosmic energy down. Close your crown chakra. Close your root chakra. Rub your hands together briskly and blow out any excess energy. And close your palm chakras. Instruct your feet chakras to remain open until any and all excess energy goes back to Mother Earth. And then they're to close on their own. Beautiful. Asking your higher self to place a crystal ball above your head and place a gift that represents all that you require to move forward at this time into that crystal ball. Your highest self closes the crystal ball and drops it down to your crown chakra. Notice where the ball comes to rest in your system. When it does, the ball dissolves. Your gift remains in that area. You may know exactly what the gift is and why you received it, or not. Either way is fine. The healing guides are now going to give us each a beautiful, supple new covering for our aura. Carry us forward through this lunar month, which will take us across the threshold into this new, beautiful year. Going to your soul star, removing your old aura covering, and dropping it down into your Earth Star chakra. Immediately coming back, your soul star, all the way around your aura down, tucking it into your Earth Star chakra. Beautiful. Now coming here to the front of your aura, Sweeping down the front, making sure it's all perfectly beautiful, releasing and removing anything that's left. And the left side, down your back, down your right side. Smoothing that aura down, removing any excess energy. Beautiful. Thank you, guides. Taking a few breaths in. Mm. Allowing your fingers to wiggle your fingers and wiggling your toes a little. And while we're in this state of beautiful dream time, if you will, let's take out our intuitive art and receive a message from our highest self, maybe from the Archer of Sagittarius, from Source itself. Receive a visual message that will carry you through. Let's take a few moments for this. How is that?
Yeah, this is really different. I
Wow.
I was guided to use my left hand,
Ah,
so I picked up the pencils and created this.
wow.
Yeah,
Oh, I like it.
very different. So my colors, the first one was this big blue spiral in the middle, and that's joy.
Ah, I love it. Mm-hmm.
And then the black one on the side is the unseen.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And there's a little bit overlap down here of the two. And then all this green, which was kind of this zigzag, is to be open and receptive.
Oh, very
So,
nice.
yeah, so my message is be open and receptive with joy to the unseen. Like intuition, guidance.
Yep. Oh, I love it. And you and I almost never get black, do we?
I have, I think, the last couple of times. Yeah, I have to go back and see, but every so often that unseen realm shows up.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that I ever remember you having black.
Yeah. So it was weird. And my black means deep, mysterious, contained, and like the body is still. For me, that's what black represents. So these went from big to little. So the first ones, they're all hearts. And of course, in my brain, they're all inside of each other,
Yeah, you pretty much are.
pretty much. And so the first one is periwinkle, which is blue and purple. So that is calm, stable, and sovereign and serene. So, okay. And then the second one is scarlet. So that's about as red as you can get. And for me, red is alive and joy and, just the effervescence. And then I got the black, which is interesting, but that's the deepest part. And I like the idea that the deepest part of me is protected is coming up, and I don't think it's technically protected, but it's contained by the joy and by the calm.
Mm.
It's not like just out there in the world. Or or there's more to me than just the part that most people see. And that, ooh, okay, this is getting interesting. So this effervescent part of me, I try to contain it behind calm and serenity. All right, that's an interesting message.
Yeah, that what stands out, what I'm hearing is there are layers to
Yeah,
the heart.
yes. And I like that because, of course, how I'm drawing, that the black actually escaped them all.
Mm.
So, although to me it's like, oh, it should be contained and hidden and whatever, it's like, no, I'm going to be out there. So, that'll be interesting to see how that plays out um, next year. Very interesting. So, I'm going to invite you to consider your diamond. We'll close the records and thank the guides for allowing us to play here today. One day I want to go into the records of the Sophia Temple and play around a bit because I think there's a lot in there. Beautiful. Thank you. So, what is your diamond? How was your experience with this is the first one we had where we were supposed to stand up and walk around and do spirals. And
Yeah, I thought we weren't supposed to open our eyes while we're running that
I'm
energy.
just like, yeah, well, we got to do one. We can't walk in a spiral with our eyes closed or
Yeah,
we would cause more damage.
but I'm used to doing walking meditations where you start with your eyes closed and then you stay in trance and do walking. And
Oh,
so
okay.
it wasn't a problem with me. I am used to running energy and walking.
Yes.
But yeah, my diamond, when you were originally talking about letting go,
Hmm.
I got like let go of your whole past and I'm only taking with me this like solid belief. It's all been here for me to bring me to where I am, and that I have the wisdom and experience from it to take me into the next year, the next whatever I'm here
Yeah.
to do.
Mm.
I so resonated with that whole message about uh, empowered service and like where I'm going. I don't know, but I feel, you know what I got in my meditation retreat? And I totally forgot, which I think it was like, I don't know, day one or two, was my passion back
Yeah.
because I had lost that over the last couple of years.
Yeah.
So I have my passion back for service, for connecting with people.
Yeah. Oh, it's so exciting. And you've done the work to do it too.
Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah. And when we think about it, we're, I know what I want to say, but but the way I'm trying to say it, Sophia's like, yeah, clean that up a little. Um, there's a bigger deal to this error shift than we are aware of or that we are acknowledging. And that there's how to put it, there's no coincidence that it's happening at a 9 year and a 1 year.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and we see because we're aware of the world, we can't not be. No matter how much you try to not be, you can't not be. Um, People are trying desperately to drag everything with them and to we're gonna change all this so that we're back where we were.
Yeah, there's no going
Ah,
backwards.
there.
People are kidding themselves if they think you can get back in the box.
Yeah.
Oh no, that box is long gone.
Yes. There's no box to even try to put it back into.
Mhm.
And so it behooves us, especially those of us in empowered service, to recognize this because these are the people we're serving, are the people that they're desperately seeking something. Mm, it made me think of Lot's wife. They're desperately seeking something they cannot have. They're desperately seeking something that no longer exists.
Mhm.
It's almost like when the desert shifts, it's not that you could go back and find it. We're a little more stable here. Even if we have floods and stuff, we can eventually find the old roads, right?
Right.
No, this is like the entire desert just it's a whole new landscape. And there's no and I love your insight of letting it all go. Somebody said the other day, and I am up to editing the Vision Quest workbook. And I'm agreeing with this woman, and then even really especially what you and I are talking about now. There is some value in seeing where we were. And because we're not going to suddenly become babes in arms again and have to relearn everything, we're bringing all of our wisdom with us. But that's hardwired in us now. Ooh, somebody said this today. This is interesting. A whole nother thing, but and I'm like, why am I watching this? I, I was listening to something and then it got over and the next thing started, and I think I was fixing breakfast or something. But it was talking about a guy and he got himself in trouble and lost his pilot's license and stuff. And so the man who was talking about it was saying, okay, you can never take away from him his knowledge and experience or his hours. Now he will have to. I have goosebumps everywhere. So apparently Sophia is really into
Me
this today,
too.
right?
I don't even know what you're going to say, and I got goosebumps.
He will have to go back and he will have to take all the tests again and get recertified and blah 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 to make himself eligible to even apply for jobs. But he's got embedded in him. They
Mhm.
can never strip him of
Right.
his flight hours and his knowledge and all of that. So, and what this particular, fortunately, he had his incident right before there was a massive uptick in air travel, and so
Mm.
that they were all scrambling to hire pilots. So he got a new job where, I mean, he was able to come back. Um, but that idea that Oh, so thank you. I'm really, Sophia, that I sat and listened to that whole thing going, why am I listening? This is exactly why. We are bringing with us our flight hours, our wisdom, our knowledge. We're bringing all of that. The rest of it is, we don't need it.
Right.
We don't need any of the rest of that because we have this kernel and core. So I'm going to, when I go through, it may be fine, but I haven't had this idea before. But when I go back through the book, how much of it in there? We don't need to go excavate and go so far back into what happened, even in the last 9 years. It doesn't matter.
I can't even remember it all. If Facebook didn't deliver some photos about here's these posts from 7 years ago, 6 years ago, eight,
Yeah,
9, 10, like, oh, thanks for the reminder, but
cool, cool.
I can't remember even the beginning of this year.
I know. So I want to make sure that I'm not belaboring the going back thing. So I mean,
Mhm.
I am going to look at it consciously um, about that. But yeah, this idea of just, ooh, and we don't even, Scouts, I'm like, we'll just bring this little bag of stuff. We don't have to bring a bag of anything because these things we're talking about, they are hardwired in us. So we literally
Yeah.
can step into 2026 empty handed and completely. And yeah, we all have things that we're already planning, that's okay. But there's nothing that we have to bring with us. We have everything we need, and anything that once we get there that we need. Um, did you ever walk the Camia? And I'm probably saying the word wrong. The trail in Italy, the pilgrimage. Me
Mm-mm.
either. But I'm having from remembering the things I've heard about it, you kind of went empty-handed, and then wherever you ended up, they fed you, and they, you know,
Yeah, like you'll be provided with what you need, but you don't need to do anything except move forward.
yeah,
That's what I'm hearing is like it's all about moving forward.
yeah.
Past, like the past isn't even a thing anymore for us because we've embodied what we need.
And we're really, those of us that are here, it's this feeling of we are now stepping into timelessness. We've
Mm.
been playing with it and experimenting
Mhm.
with it and talking about it. But what if we are really now literally stepping into this liminal space where we just are? There's no
Which is,
past, there's no future.
yeah, which is where I spent a whole lot of last week. where you're in the past, present, and future all at once, where
Yes.
you're in the void, where you're in the quantum field as a nobody. There's
Yes.
nothing there but frequency, information, energy. Like, yeah.
Wow.
And like, there were a couple of times where I came out of a meditation, like I walk into the area where they had the food all laid out, and like I feel like I'm in a different dimension. I've been here, but I haven't. That happened a couple of times. It's wild. It's so like hard to grasp and get our minds around that.
Yes. Well, because our minds are so, well, they're so fear-based, number one. And what do you mean I'm not going to know where I'm supposed to be 3 minutes from now? What do you mean? I got to have this planned out. But I'm noticing more and more and more that's not that's not true anymore.
Yeah. But that what you talked about in the opening was trusting and going with the flow.
Yes.
It's all like, yeah, coming together, all
Yes.
these pieces.
Yeah. And I remember well way back when I was first studying and I can even remember exactly where I was sitting, which is hilarious. Power of Now.
Mm-hmm.
And it I couldn't, it took me the longest time to grasp, well, if I live in the present moment at all times, how am I going to plan to like show up at this thing today at 11 o'clock? And finally coming to the understanding that, and I do this a lot, is I have been doing it and I'm pulling myself back. I'll be like, oh, I need to figure, and I'm like, no, that's 2 weeks from now. I don't need to go into the calendar and lay anything down for 2 weeks from now. I don't need to create I need to today, which I've already been working on for 4 hours. I'm doing Vision Quest a little different. So got all that figured out. I got to get the sales page up. That's a today thing.
Mm-hmm.
Working on the emails, that's a next week thing. So I don't have to even think about it. And I'm noticing that that's a habit I have of jumping over. Ooh, I better go work on that. I'm like, yeah, no.
I know I found myself asking, is there anything I need to do about this right now?
And 90% of the time you get a no, right?
No, okay. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm not going to stress about it. I have my calendar. I'll put it in there. I have a
Yeah,
sauna and I'm just like dump stuff in, like, okay, I need to send this here and I need to do that then. And like, okay.
yeah. And just letting that be okay. And it's such a different, and it feels like, from the conversation we're having and the messages and information we're getting is that more and more and more and more and more and more of life is
Hmm.
going to be that way.
Yeah.
And then we're going to run into people who are insane and crazy and, running around with their head. But what's different about that? We've always had people in our lives who run through with their hair on fire and we just watch them.
And we can look at them and say, oh, yeah, that used to be me.
Yeah. And I can help you with that if you choose to.
And
Um,
yeah, just like send them some love and like, okay, one day you'll figure this out.
so I'm going to share it here so that everybody knows. My sister cut me off and we haven't spoken now. I gave up after that first year of, no, I'm not going to let this happen. And then, so it's been 4 years. Got a Christmas card.
Wow.
And it was so interesting, my reaction. What it felt like was too little, too late. What you think sending me a Christmas card is going to make some type of but what I realized was what was going on was it was the old part of me, my old Cancerian self, Oh, now I need to. This is the thing. She's now step. So I need to go do this. I need to do that. I need to, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, I ain't got time for all that. I'm still dragging Jim up and down the hallway with his bum knee, and oh my god, all that. No, and then I was like, wait, that's all she can do right now. It is a big deal for her to even send a card. Okay, thank you,
Hmm.
and then let it go. I don't
Yep.
need to acknowledge I got the card. I don't need to assume that now we're going to be best friends again. It's just, and so recognizing that it was simply some old habits and patterns. Oh, that happened. Then, oh, remember how I always say it's we play at a game? She made that move, and now I got to go make all these other
Yeah.
moves. I'm like, yeah, no, I don't. No, I don't.
Mm.
And just and it's a gorgeous card. It looks like a hand painted dolphin with a muffler around its neck. So a cute card. Happy to have it. Appreciate her reaching out. And then just let all that other old stuff just, if I'm supposed to do something, I will know to do it. I don't have to try to drag up, maybe I should that, maybe I should do this.
Like we should be feeling inspired to do something,
Yes.
not doing it out of, I don't know, obligation or guilt
Yeah.
or some desire that something's going to be like this grand thing.
Yeah. Make it a much bigger thing than it actually is. Um, yeah, and what was so interesting was I read it as I was being unforgiving and selfish.
Mm.
That, because it read that, yeah, well, literally the words, too little, too late. And literally, if you don't speak to somebody for 4 years and you send a card with nothing else, okay, it really is too little, but it's me being more attuned to what's really going on versus the old people pleaser up to me. I'm the oldest, so I should keep the family together. So it was a very, very interesting thing about it. But on the other hand, hey, so maybe after 4 years, she's almost getting over her snit. Isn't that nice? Bless her heart.
Yeah.
She's a
Well,
hair on fire kind of gal.
but it's nice.
Yeah.
I mean, in some ways, it's nice to have just a little tiny piece of connection
Yeah.
than none at all,
Yes. Yeah.
even if it's not very much more than a crumb or two.
Yeah. So very interesting. It was very, very interesting. And it also made me think to myself, because I'm doing all of this compassion key work,
Hmm.
that maybe some of this work is opening up these, tangled places with people that, they're certainly not doing the work and don't have any idea.
Right.
But yeah, so I thought, well, that was cool.
So when you do the work and it if like it positively impacts the lineage, if it impacts your like you, your mom, and above, that means that now the timeline could change things for your sister.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't
Yeah.
know if it goes sideways like siblings. I do my work and it benefits my sibling.
It would kind of have to though, wouldn't it?
Well, we're
If
all connected.
Yeah, well, if the whole lineage is cleaned,
Hmm.
then the part that's going to her is cleaned as well.
Yeah.
Although she doesn't understand,
Didn't know it.
anything about it, still that those pieces are cleaned up.
Hmm.
So isn't that fascinating? So we're doing
Yeah.
good work here.
We are.
Oh, well, let's return energy. Kathleen, we miss you. We love you. We welcome
Mhm.
you back anytime. You can come with your camera off the whole time if you want. Just saying. And yes, this is Happy Hanukkah.
Thank you.
Merry Christmas to Kathleen.
Merry Christmas. Happy everything.
Yeah. Um, I am not a big happy holiday, so we don't say Merry Christmas, but I am a big, very happy holiday person because I don't know what
Yeah.
I know what you do and I know what Kathleen does, but normal people, I don't know what they celebrate. So just everybody be happy. I also like Happy Christmas too, which is interesting. Merry. All right, so let's return energy.
Mm.
Any energy in our field that belongs to someone else. We return it to sender with great love and consciousness. And deep breath in, return to sender. Any energy in our field that belongs to something else. We're going to release all those little dregs back and allow them to be transmuted. Deep breath in, release them all. Beautiful. Now, taking a deep breath in, call your energy back to your field. Sensing, feeling, knowing, or even pretending that your energy is riding your breath to your field. Again, energy settling in right where it belongs, filling in all of those empty spots, especially from the energy we released, the energy we returned, filled up with our beautiful own energy. And one final time, bringing your physical bodies and your spiritual bodies together, your head to your head, heart to your heart, hips to your hips, feet to your feet, anchoring down into your Earth Star chakra. Beautiful. Coming up for a big hug. Mm. Letting that energy know I see you, I feel you, and I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Beautiful. Mm. I'm putting the solstice guide up today, and you'll get an email with the link because all the other people are coming as well for the solstice on, is that Sunday? Ooh,
Yeah.
exciting.
I know. I could sit in this energy all day.
I know. Oh, beautiful.
Mm.
Oh, thank you for being here. Thank you for your love. Feels so good. Good to be gathered here in this final lunation of 2025. It's with great joy in my heart and love for each of you that I declare our circle is complete. Beautiful. Namaste, my dear.
Namaste.
Bye.